welcome to a cold and damp autumn afternoon here in the south of England. But we're here for a very good reason. We're going to find out about a new form of exercise. I'm Vivienne Rishworth. I am a general practitioner working in the British National Health Service. I find that my patients will often benefit by thought and by exercise and improve their health. I'm very interested in the Eastern form of exercise and how we can integrate it to our Western forms that we're used to. There is a new form of exercise that is a simple movement in the figure of 8. Now let's see how it works. So the first movement is with the foot and using the ankle joint, and we're going to do this figure of 8, the infinity figure. Now, as you can see, I'm holding on to the chair because it just gives me extra stability, so don't feel that you have to not hold on to anything. Especially when you start these exercises. And then you just try and point your toe and try and do it as fully as possible, trying to reach as far as possible. 16 to the right, and then 16 to the left. And the secret to it is to do it fully and slowly, so you're really stretching out. I'm a complete beginner, so we all have to begin somewhere. And with practice, hopefully we get much better. And I can already feel that that's exercising all the small muscles in my foot, making sure I've got a full range of movements in my ankle, and that also my calf muscles are being exercised because I can feel the pull in that muscle. And also it does help with the core of the strength in the core. So our next exercise is using our knees, and again we're going to do this infinity shape, and we're going to bend our knees and we'll just try and make our knees follow that infinity shape all around. Now I've got some arthritis in my left knee, but I can still do this because often you can't do swivel movements, but actually because this is gentle, it's working the muscles in your anterior thigh, and it is possible, and it doesn't actually hurt me to do this. And again, you're holding on for your balance. So we're going to go 16 times to the right, and then we're going to reverse and go to the left 16 times. Again, as full as you can. And obviously, as you get used to it, you will get better and better and be able to do bigger and bigger curves. So we're moving on to the hips now, and again we're going to do a figure of 8, the infinity figure, moving to our right 16 times. And when we're doing this, you'll be aware that we're moving our knees as well as our ankles. So there's an all-over lower limb advantage. But this is also working on the core and the pelvis, and just helping to strengthen. It'll also help your dance movements. And then when we've done 16 of these, we're going to move then to the left and do 16 infinity 8s to the left. So I've just changed direction, and we'll do 16 of these to the left. So we're now on the back, and again we're going to move our lower back, concentrating that it's the lower back moving in the infinity 8. We're strengthening up those back muscles, we're giving flexibility to the spine. We're all sitting in offices in front of our computers now and getting poor posture and very stiff, and this is an excellent exercise that we can do if we feel we've sat in front of the computer too long, just to get up for 2 or 3 minutes and just do this exercise. Again, 16 to the right and then 16 to the left. So I'll just change direction and we'll go off to the left. Upper torso now and our upper back, the infinity movement. And when you're doing this, you can feel the air coming in and out of your lungs and hopefully filling up your chest and improving the movement of your chest. Taking that air all the way in. And also you can feel your upper arms working as well. And indeed, because our body's all attached, there's hip movement there as well, and you're working on the core and the stomach, tummy muscles. "16 to the right, and then we can change direction and go to the left. I think the advantage of this exercise is that we really are working our bodies all over. There isn't any muscle group that's really been left alone. So it's a great all-round exercise. Onto the shoulders now. So we're going to try and keep as still as possible and just move those shoulders again in a infinity 8 movement, pushing forward those shoulders, working the muscles all around the shoulders, the rotator cuff muscles. And again, you feel your chest working. It's good for the posture because you're flexing your spine. And it's making you stand nice and upright. "16 to the right, and then we change direction and go to the left. Just thrusting those shoulders forward and back. And now we're moving on to our wrists. So we're going to try and keep our arms as still as possible and let the wrists do all the work in the way of Infinity 8 movement. Try and make it as full as possible. And when we're doing this, we can feel, because we're holding our arms up, we feel that those deltoid muscles in our arms, our upper arms, are working really hard, as well as the muscles in our lower arms, and really stretching the wrist. And this may be an exercise that could benefit carpal tunnel syndrome, which is in the wrist when your median nerve gets compressed. But it's making all the hands stretch out. And as with all the other exercises, the longer you do it, the better you become. But you can feel the whole of the arm working. So we do 16 to the right, and then we reverse and do 16 to the left. So the next exercise, I'm just going to show you with my hands in front, but we're going to put our arms straight out behind our body and lock our hands in place, and then doing the infinity sign. And as you can see, even though I've got it in the front, we're going to have to do it at the back, but we keep those arms locked so that they stay in the same position. And what that means is when you're doing it, you're going to move your whole body, and it's going to again work your spine and the flexibility. And you just try and draw an Infinity 8 sign with your fists, keeping those arms locked. "16 to the right, and then 16 to the left." But you're starting to move your whole body doing this because you're keeping those arms locked. So we're going to put our hands over our head now and lock them, and we're going to draw the infinity sign above our head with the cross on the infinity sign, trying to be just immediately above the head. And again, as you get better, you'll be able to do bigger and bigger infinity signs. But try and stretch. And do it slowly, so you're stretching all those muscles. And again, we do 16 to the right, and then we can change direction and do 16 to the left. And you can feel the stretch in your arms. And flexing the body. And stretching the spine, so it's very good for the posture. So we're going to do another exercise where we flex our back and reach down towards the ground, lock our hands in and keep our arms straight, and then we make an infinity sign with our arms, and we're trying to stay on the same level, that's the same height above ground. The lower you are to the ground, the more stretch you will get behind your knees and thighs and calves. And as you reach out, you will find that your back muscles stretch and you get more flexibility in your back. And you can go 16 to the right, and then you can change direction and go 16 to the left. And you just do it slowly and you try and stretch out, but trying to keep it all on the same level. So we're going to do the front now. We're going to lock our arms and our hands, and we're going to do the infinity sign. We're going to keep our legs slightly apart, about the same width as our shoulders. Bend our knees, and the more you bend your knees, the more strenuous it is on the muscles. So you can build up slowly. Stay just within your comfort zone. And then just push yourself a little more every few days. And it's strong, slow, wide movements in the shape of the infinity sign. "16 to the right and then 16 to the left." And this is really working the whole body. So I'll just change direction. So we've reached the end of the exercise program, but we still have to do our relaxation exercise. So we're going to breathe in as we lift our arms, and as they go down, we breathe out. In, taking a breath in, out. And just feeling those muscles stretch slightly and relax. And we do that 16 times. It's always good to actually do a little stretch afterwards and relax those muscles. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the program. I've certainly enjoyed it. I feel as though my whole body has had a good exercise and workout, and it'll be interesting to see over the next few weeks how things improve. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.